What's going on, everybody? It's your man Cleveland Terry, and today is Saturday, so Saturday means gig log. We're going to be doing something a little special today. We are going to be doing a Persian bat mitzvah. When you're dealing with international style events, you have to go into it a little differently. There's a lot of things that come into play that maybe you just never thought about, like language issues, Persians or Israelis or Indian or whatever. Knowing what different ethnicities, ethnic groups listen to will help you kind of maneuver through the entire night. Nobody's expecting me to play 4 hours of Persian music. That's unrealistic because there are still Americans and there are still teens and young adults. So I gotta play for everybody. But the key is to make sure that you ride that balance. But first, I gotta load up this van. That's the first thing. So a couple of things. The party planner that is going to be on this event, well, she's bringing in her own stages, she's bringing in her own front board, so she tells me I don't need to bring them. So here's lesson one of the don't worry about it, don't need to bring it rule book, okay? If somebody tells you, we got it covered, a lot of times you'll get there and realize they don't have it covered. So it's really important that even if they say, oh, we're gonna provide you one, bring yours anyway, just in case you gotta switch up. Sometimes you'll get there and you'll realize that they only have the front part of it and they don't have a table for you to put your DJ equipment on. Sometimes the level is so high, like your DJ booth maybe comes up, 4.5 feet, but then they don't have anything underneath it and it's just the table. So you have to put your DJ equipment on the table and you're DJing like this, which is just dumb. So making sure you have a table for yourself makes it a lot easier for you. I always bring my table. I'm gonna bring the front board anyway, just because all it's doing is taking up space in the van. It's not gonna change anything if I have it in there. We're at the Four Seasons in Beverly Hills today. So I know for a fact that their load-in is going to be just BS because all hotels have really bad load-ins. They make you go into the loading dock and then the venue, the actual event is typically way on the other side of the entire loading dock, which is dumb. I never talked about this, but I know I have mentioned it in the past. We are bringing the JBL ridiculous sub. It's the dual sub. I think it's their, I think it's the 828. It's big as hell. It is big. It is loud, but it is amazing. It's two 18s built right into one single cabinet. Like I said before, it's the loudest sub that I've used, except it is really, really heavy. A couple of things you should know if you do want to get these, because they sound really, really great, but right on the top of these things, so if you wanted to put these things close to you or underneath your table, the bass is stupid ridiculous right there. It's like the apex of the bass sound. Even though they're projecting out this way, there's a lot of residual bass that comes from the top. So I've had to push mine in front of my table to avoid just having major, major headaches. And even my controller underneath that bass cabinet was having problems keeping the faders aligned. So I just decided, let me just move it up front and call it a day. Biggest problem I have with this speaker is that, well, it doesn't come with wheels. So this cover right here, it doesn't come with, and the wheels it doesn't come with. But JBL, in all of its wisdom, designed a wheel caster, whatever you want to call it, that is not typical. So the standard wheel coaster that you can buy at Home Depot or online will not fit this setup right here. So you have to buy theirs, and theirs with the case and the wheels is like $200. I mean, it's a little more than that. I got it cheaper. Sometimes, sites will come up and they'll have them. I bought probably 5 sets of wheels before I realized I just got to buy the JBL ones. I tried every one of them, couldn't find ones that would fit without having to re-drill holes, and that's just stupid. This case is a necessity. You have to buy this case because everybody knows the JBL materials that they use are like scratch crazy. It's like, please, please scratch me. I got the damn thing out of the box from JBL and it had a scratch right on the case. It had a scratch right there. That scratch came through delivery. So that tells you just how well this material stands up. Even if you don't want to spend the money, you want to be a DJ, you want to have nice equipment, you want it to look nice and last. I'm sorry to tell you that. It sucks, but case or die, baby. Case or die. They put the controls on the wheel side because that's smart. Put them on the side that's always hitting the elements. Just dumb. What floor is the ballroom on? What floor? Thank you. Uh-huh. Right and left? Oh, stairs are here. Okay. Thank you. Stairs to get to the ballroom? Okay, thank you. Tired of it. Okay, that didn't go well. Ow. That shit hurts. What's up, people? How are we doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Hey, you. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
I think we're gonna push me back a little bit. I don't need that much space. We're gonna push back a little bit so they have more room up front.
Oh, the DJ booth. Yeah.
I moved it back a little bit already.
Is there something that's...
No,
The light on it.
the light is not going to be.
Oh, the lights.
Terry, do you want to be? Everybody says something different. When I have it back, they say bring it forward. You like it back.
When we don't have our stages for the MC, it helps to have him up there so we can operate a little better. That's it.
So you want it back.
A little bit, yeah. I love this place. Good times. We do it on purpose because all hotels are exactly the same. Like, we could make it easy, but no. We're gonna wait. This is us.
A little twist and turn here.
Okay, so we gotta go what, left, right?
Make it right. Go all the way the whole way. Left side, Perfect, thank you.
The only hotel that thinks about this is SLS. Because you literally pull in the dock and the first door are the rooms. Because this is dumb. This can't be, this is the parking garage. No, that's the parking garage. That's the
Elevator, we gotta go to the elevator.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be this nice elevator, it'd be a crappy elevator. This is way too nice. There's no way this is the elevator. No, no, no.
I have no idea.
Oh, man.
We call this episode the Hotel Maze.
We're gonna have to use this video just to get back to the room.
Yeah, right?
And he's, for some reason, just... Can you back up a little? I'm gonna go right here. Nancy floor. So greasy. This is reminding me of Mr. C's. You got it?
I'm good.
Okay. Sorry. Excuse us. Big speakers. You're good. Keep coming. Quick left. Excuse us. Sorry, guys. Look at that. Here. You see what I meant about the table being too high? So I'm going to use my table that I brought with me and put my computer right up here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are Check 1 2 Entertainment.
You are the guy.
Oh, stop.
So nice
How are
to
you?
meet you.
Nice to meet you.
He was
How you doing,
awesome
sir?
to talk
Nice to meet you.
You're the one with the clean music.
Definitely have the clean music.
Really?
My guy, good.
We don't have like...
Actually, including the father.
There you go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They don't get it.
Yeah. It's not like we're playing Kids Bop. It'll just be bleeped out for the bad words.
Right.
Okay, so I'm currently using the Light Rider app for my light fixtures. Now, American DJ has one that looks very much like this, and basically it is just a carbon copy. I think American DJ actually licensed them for it. Looks like the family's coming in for some reason right now. But what's good about this is once I have them set up, I can control exactly where they go right here based upon just a quick shift. As you can see, I shifted them, now they ended up to the right. I move them over here, and then I shift them to the middle. If I want to get more granular, I can go right into the actual fixture and go into the specific fixture, and then actually adjust if I want it to go up, down, if I want to reverse it. It's basically a totem mode on steroids. So it's the easiest app to use. I love using it, and it's wireless. As you can see, I have it going through the American DJ DMX bridge into the Chevet output, and then I have these lights feeding right into the input of the Chevet light, the Chevet up light. So it acts as a wireless connection for the moving head, because the moving head doesn't have wireless in it. So it's really cool. See, I'm gonna go over here, I hit blackout, and we're blacked out. Easy. Okay, so like I said, it's Persian party. So I have all this Persian music that I gotta prepare for. It mostly feels like a Latin vibe, so it makes it real easy. It's either Latin or like straight up EDM. There's usually not really a middle ground, which is why you can play Latin on a Persian party. On a international, you can play Latin, you can play Israeli, you can play Persian. You have a lot of options with it. They love EDM, you can play EDM too. So there's always options within you playing the music they want, but then you can interweave, you know, more popular stuff to keep the people that aren't interested in Persian music on the dance floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome each and every one of you guys out to Danielle's Mitzvah celebration idea. We got some very special tokens for the dance floor. If you're on the right page, if you're on this floor, pick it up. Hey, hey, hey. I need to feel your energy right now. Get up, go! Fine with me. This right here is my time.
They look good.
Say it like this, everybody say go. Let me hear you say go.
That was a real good opening set. Crowd has tons of energy, and which is what you typically see on ethnic parties. They come to party. Persians will party till 4 in the morning if you let them. If the hotel doesn't shut them down, they're going to keep playing and playing and playing. Was an interesting party. It was actually a really, really good party. as you can see by some of the video. But you ever have a really, really good party and you, in the night, and you just have this kind of sour taste in your mouth? That's what I had here, because it felt like I was fighting the entire time to try to bring a good quality product to the client, and the client kept kind of disregarding my opinion. So right when we started, she had a lot of people. I'm talking 250 people, a pretty big sized party for where we were. And the cocktail hour was way on the other side of the hotel. So when they were done with cocktail hour and they were heading in, I was playing high energy music, but nothing really big that I was trying to burn really early in the evening, because that just doesn't make any sense. I'm not gonna burn a hot record for 10, 15 people. So I'm playing music that's probably a year or two old, but I know that there's a lot of people still coming. But I'm playing, like, you know, moves like Jagger, things like that. Music that the older people, as they walk into the room, understand, they feel like getting to the dance floor. Mom wanted all the hip hop stuff that the kids knew. And obviously I'm gonna play all that current music, but right in the beginning it just doesn't make sense, because if people come into a new room, a new space, and they walk in and you're playing all of this music that they don't care about, they've never heard, that they don't want to dance to, it's gonna prevent them from actually getting to the dance floor. I mean, nobody over 40 wants to come into Mo Bamba and get on the dance floor. That's just not realistic. So, I don't know. After the opening dance and after Hora, everything was cool. Mom comes up, she's like, "Who's in charge of the playlist?" I'm like, "Well, that would be me." And she says, "Well, you're playing old stuff." I said, "What do you mean, right now?" And she goes, "You need to play more current stuff." I said, "Well, I'm going to, but right now they're eating, so I'm not going to play current music while they're eating." "Well, I understand that, but you were playing old music before." "Well, like what?" "Well, like moves like Jagger." Yeah, I was playing that, because if I was playing something newer, your adults aren't going to want to come to the dance floor. And she looked at me and said, "Oh, okay, so what you're telling me is you know what you're doing." And I said, "I just need you to trust me." And then she walked away. Fast forward to the next set, and I'm playing everything. Playing kids music, playing adult music, playing Persian music, playing Israeli music, because it's a really diverse crowd. The floor is absolutely packed. Mom was standing on stage, and I looked at her and said, "Are we good?" And she says, "Oh yeah, we're definitely good." So the party rocked, everything was great, but I couldn't let that thing leave my head. When people micromanage you, it really becomes hard to do your job effectively, and it just handcuffs you. And already from the playlist, she didn't want to hear anything old. It had to be current music and current music only. So no Motown, no disco, no 80s, just current. I don't have a problem with that, but as I'm looking out to our 150 adult guests and her 90 kids, I know that there is a place where the adults want to dance. Amazingly enough, Mom knew every word of the new hip hop. It was impressive how much she knew. She was on the dance floor the whole time. She was rapping along. So Mom, totally happy. Her friends gave it that college try. They were on the floor, they were dancing, but clearly, you know, they wanted something that they knew. But they were champs. They stayed on the floor. People started to leave, as people always leave. And it ended, you know, with people still on the dance floor, but I couldn't help but think how good this event could have been if I wasn't handcuffed. So I leave knowing that it was a great party, but I leave also knowing that it could have been so much better, and that just annoys me.
Beautiful.
Is it long enough?
Yep.
Oh, dude.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. I've never heard that question before. It was always, for sure, it's long enough.
Oh my God.